at the demonstration site of MOA Margibi Council. This demonstration started from 2014. Because I took over 2014 June, which I cultivated 2 acres of swamp rice below cassava, which I was very successful in it. It's mainly because of the infestation of bread that are getting to do extra mile in payment. Infestation, bread come and damage what you have. Yeah. So the bread, different bread that eat rice, they come and damage the rest by sucking the milk in the grain, in the seed. So when they suck the milk from the cover, so it means that they will not be able to develop seed. They will not be able to develop grain in it. They will just be left with the empty shell. So when I did it, I succeeded in that. In 2015, I did the same thing. But for 2016, I left it because I have other occupations. I have strip onion, which I will not be able to do the work the way I wanted to do. And then looking at cassava to be less labor intensive when it comes to management, I decided to do cassava, which I did 2 hectares of cassava. Last year I did 1.5 hectares. This year I did 2 hectares. And the intent of this demonstration is to motivate farmers to get involved in agriculture, especially women. Because looking at women obligation in the home, women carry the heavy load in the home. But the children will cry on us, Mama, I'm hungry. So you as a woman, if you can take the lead in farming, your children will go comfort. And then they will blame you. And you're not giving them food. And as you know, you can buy 2 or 3 food for the child for the whole year, but not food. Food at everyday basis. The children have to eat 1 or 2 times a day, in fact 2 or 3 times a day. So if you can provide them one, they will call you other one.
So now, after the Ebola, women involved in agriculture especially, how benefit in fact this is to your family?
To my family or
the family and
my
your,
farmers.
Your farmers. Okay. So do you have farmers, right?
I have farmers.
Okay.
I'm controlling the whole country.
Okay.
I'm controlling the farmers in the country.
Especially women.
Especially women and men.
Yeah.
But I'm encouraging women to be actively involved in agriculture as compared to men. Because you know, our women, they will say a woman, I'm not supposed to lay down with a man, sorry to say that, born the children. But for the men, wash the clothes by now, so you have to contribute in the home.
Good. So women life now, especially you are dealing with farmers, but especially women involved in post-Ebola agriculture activities. How is it like?
So
is it encouraging?
It's encouraging because I have a motorbike inside there for the rural women.
Right.
Yeah, UN rural women. I have 2 project communities which I'm dealing with social women farmers. We have Yemen, I have other cases in Wong. In Yemen, I have close to 100 farmers. You know, some people pass off, so we don't have the exact number now. And some people were sick when I went for the last distribution. We did quick impact distribution rice. Only tools were not available. So we gave them rice, they planted the rice. And when they planted the rice, they said, you would not carry all. And then we turned around, but when they said you would not carry all, the rest is supposed to keep for new planting. They ate all. And some had a fear to go in the field. When you and 2 or 3 persons have farm together, and notice maybe 1 or 2 persons die, you alone just fear now to go on the farm. So for that, they were not able to maintain the farm to the full year. So whatsoever they were able to gather from the farm, they ate all. So to build them out, we went again to another distribution seed right in our country. 2 vegetable seeds to the rural women in Wong, Yemen, and other cases. So they grew the vegetable last vegetable season. And now we gave them seeds, cassava, cotton, and seed rice. So now most of them are carrying bread, while some are harvesting and some are weeding. It's because the rest I will give to them is a short duration rice, which is 3 months. So some people have the fear of the same infestation of bird. So for that, they delay in planting so that they'll be able to get good yield. At the time, everybody will be harvesting so that they can be the first to harvest. So now my farmers and women are improving. And just quite recent time, last week, Wednesday, from Monday to Wednesday, we have training for rural women in the region, Grand Bassa and Magibi. Rural women will have training for them. So very soon we'll be doing seed distribution for them to start vegetables. So they are getting impressed in agriculture as compared to before.
So now we are looking at the cassava farm. Is this the only cassava farm you're making here now, or you get the other thing that you do here?
I have different things. Yeah. You can just look at the size of that dog. Yeah. Look at the dog. The dog I have close to 50.
50.
Yeah. Chicken.
You're right.
For the chicken every day I eat it. And they are plenty. And I have goat, I have sheep, I have pig. Because if I grow the cassava, I have soup for it. Okay. Even though we sell some, I sell the pig leg. Only the pig leg I can sell. But the mature one, I don't sell as slaughter it. Me and my family eat it. So I don't want to slaughter it. I don't want to slaughter it, sell it to other people, then I go in a cold storage. Right. I don't eat cold storage.
Right.
Slaughter, whosoever I have to give, I just divide my portion, try and me and my family eat. But then the pig leg I sell it to farmers. $80 and $5, depending on the size. You will go and see those sizes.
So what could happen now? You were not able, right after the Ebola, you were not able to engage in the kind of mass production. How you feel your life to be that?
I was not able.
If you were not able to do this, it how your life to be like your family?
Because I know the risks in it. Because I know the risks in it, that's why I'm involved in it. So if I can't do this, my children will go with hunger. Right. I will not just say to depend on government salary. Sometimes the salary will come on time, sometimes it will not come on time. Even if it comes on time, every day I have to contribute towards the food in the home. But now, as I'm speaking to you, my children just from eating doma, from what I grow, and the animal I raise. So that's something to also help my husband, to buttress my husband's effort.
Some women may say that if I do this, it's not important. Only men should do it. What will you tell them?
I've already started telling them that don't depend on me for everything. Because you are a woman, you are not decoration. You are not there as decoration. You're there to contribute towards your children and your home. So, if you can't do this, your husband will not look at you fine. Because if your husband drinking 1,000, be able to carry at least 75.
So the cassava, you got different
varieties? Different varieties in number. Which I can tell you, I can just open the meat, the area that liver. All the cassava and liver, but they are liver in numbers. Yeah.
So the cassava is not the same as the
No. You can look at the vegetation. In agriculture, we say vegetation, the leaf. Right. The appearance of the leaf, the growth of the leaf, you can look at them. If you see the texture.
Right.
This is the texture. You can just compare this texture. Can you see any difference from there?
Yeah.
And know that they are of different kind.
This one is big, this one is not big.
And besides being big, what do you experience there? What do you notice?
Observe also the
coloring.
Yeah.
You're looking at the coloring. Okay. Then you also look at this. Are they the same?
No.
They are not the same. As you go further, you will see different. I have about 10 varieties of cassava here. I have the table step. When I say table step, the one you just harvest, you do it at summer, you don't fall. I have it below the seed.
So how many hectares?
I have now 2 acres.
Okay.
I have 1 hectare cassava, 2.5 acres. Yes.
Okay.
But last year I have 1.5.
So can we put on another side?
Yes.
So we are at the cassava side, right? There's a cassava farm?
Yes.
Okay, so
this
how?
is the cassava farm.
Okay. So how it's been like? Tell us exactly the cassava farm. What do you think is so important to your agricultural activities? Cassava.
In Liberia, we have some major food
Okay.
like rice and cassava.
Okay.
Cassava can be turned to many ways.
Okay.
You see the palm. The palm we make the palm oil. We crack the kernel. We use the branches, a thread, and we use many things. So it's the rice too. In Liberia, when you eat any food, you don't eat rice, you will say you're not eating. So the cassava. Cassava, we eat a leaf, we eat a root, and the root we eat it raw. Then you boil the cassava, that's how we eat it. You can roast it, you eat it. Then you can make dombo. We make fufu, and we make gari. And right now we got another gari they call super gari. So the cassava.
So how does super gari look like?
Oh, the cooking, the mess with coconut and the patch is so sweet. So I mean, cassava. What I'm trying to say is cassava can be turned in many ways.
Okay.
It can be turned in many ways to be a food in Africa. So this is why you see, any farmer you see, they gotta get cassava. NGO can come and buy cassava state for you.
Okay.
Yes. And then a farmer come around and need it, they ask me for it and give it to farmer free. Because I want to motivate them. I want them to be like me.
Right.
The problem there, like sometimes people will come in the field and tell me when they see me working, say, oh, what the need you have so big, so you're supposed to pay people to do the work. You're not supposed to do it. If I pay people to do all the work I have, what would I take home to my family? And then if I pay people to do the work, how would I motivate farmers? Because somebody, like one time I went to conduct a workshop in Copper Farm.
Right.
From there we came here to do view. And then we have another workshop with BWR, that certain group were there. Yeah. And they came to look at the field. They said, what if a woman can get BSc degree in agriculture and put her hand in the war on people, then what more about me? Is that not motivation? Right. Great motivation. Right. So people are saying that once they can see me in the soil, then they can go there. Right. So I always told people that the people that I'm going to pay to do the work, they are not different from me. Okay. I started buying piglets from farmers here and outside the place. So I bought some from Monrovia, from farmers, and then I bought some from my Gibeah. Okay. So if you enter there, you will see different breed of pig also. So I can grow one. Okay. The one that will be very successful, I will grow more.
All right. So we are going inside now to. Yeah.
Like the piglet here. And the baby won't call the piglet.
You want to open it up?
It's here. And the piglet here. And mother here. They want their mother way on our side. Okay. Last year won't go there and see we medical. We wait to the end there we'll close up.
So people can treat them. Oh, they are
I treat them.
Oh, okay.
And the least medicine you can buy for pig is $30 US. So for that, I don't allow them to be in dirty place. Okay. They just are for them, they prefer to be dirty.
No, that one
like the way they clean the place, the morning, clean all the area, toilet in there. Anyway. Hey!
Damn. They want the big. Yeah.
We are doing farming here. We inside here doing farming as a women group. But we have special press that our team can be bad. Things can be higher in a store, that the press can come, the quality press will be high. But when we play cassava, we play bitter ball, any press that the people feel that they can't take away, they will kind of take it away and carry it. Because we get special press that they show, and we get special press that they will come back from us. We the women that inside the bush that will solve me to even for even car to come here say it can be high. Sometimes when somebody pregnant say to carry them, it can be high. I make family, I playing cassava, playing rest. Sometimes to pay the children's school fees say that the only work that I can do. If I be doing farming is any other NGO, any other person that can be there that they will able to come and can get your help, that will able to help ourselves to do any other thing, because since we came from in war, we can't we have been suffering. In Bolaka again, a basin we are trying. Only family will do it.
Feed the nation.
Right.
Juma Fofana.
Juma Fofana?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us now, what are you doing to survive here? Are you part of the women group?
Yes.
Mm.
Pikasali, potato green, D-Rod, DC, Brewu, go step before we survive. Most of our family are in the war. So we asking for you to help us with money.
You say during the Ebola war, I mean Ebola case, what are you talking about?
Ebola case. Half our family are in the war.
So after the Ebola now, you people engaged in farming. That farming have been doing. Yeah, so how the farming now, is it improving?
Yeah, so I can't all go because all depend. They and the hard time because the hard time one go call who said we can't use also the family late or
Right. So why you think it be done for you to improve to continue with this?
One for the partner will help our money. Grant.
You want people to help your money?
Yes.
So if you think help your money, it go how many dieting you need for you to come so they can help and make your farm?
$24,000 US.
It will be the best way for you?
Yes.
Okay. So but how many here? All right, so let me talk with this lady. Hello, your name? Yeah, so.
One winner women speak! 50!
Okay, so tell us now your own name.
Yes, my name is Cecilia Gacy. Special we the be better in the wheelchair. We suffering. Because we not get no hospital yet. There one time my other friend she was in pain. We have to also by all me we can find car, we can find motor bar. One other woman came here for cool. So that I cool car will pay. That time she said down inside. When they cure her said down, there was no way the baby not even make it. So we need hospital. We want for the people to come. They can help us in the bush here. We want for NGO to help us in the bush because from here to go raining, that 4 hours. We can pay 150 to go, 150 to come. $300 that we can pay. So now someone go, they can give all the medicine. They can say you go buy it, and we not get money to buy that one. So we want cleaner in the bush here. Asking the NGO to bring cleaner for us. We begging them.
Right. Okay, so. Okay. So now you doing farming, right?
Yes.
You part of the group that doing the farming?
Yes.
So how long you been doing the farming? Since the Ebola, in fact, after the Ebola disease, I mean the outbreak now, you've been engaged in the farming. How the farming look like? It is
the farming said you can't all go because we ain't get money to buy. Sometimes the time we can take the cool for all the spare to come to no way because no money. Yeah, no money can be there. So when we made the farm, you can't all go.
Okay.
So we asking them to come and help us.
So you think that when the people can help you to, but when you say help, what are some of the things that you really need from them?
To come and help. The thing I need, we need cleaning.
Yeah, beside the cleaning now to make farm, the agriculture. What are some of the things you need? Hook, you need what?
We need hook, we need money, we need quality.
You need resi, you need some of the things.
Yes.
So you feel that when some of the things are provided will help you?
Yes.
My real women speak.
50-50.
30-25.
Women peace and security.
30-25.
Women peace and security.
Farmer feed the nation. Farmer